Chosen one, listen closely. Time is not drifting aimlessly, it is moving toward an appointed hour. The 16th of September, 2025, is not just another date scribbled on a calendar. It is a divine intersection, a moment carved in the eternal designs of heaven. You are not here by coincidence. You are reading this because heaven has stopped everything around you to press this message into your spirit. Pay attention. Do not scroll away. Do not delay. This word is for you, and only those marked by God will truly understand it. For months, you have felt something shifting inside of you. Nights of unrest, dreams that haunt and stir, whispers you cannot quite silence. You sense it in the air, like the tension before a storm. And I tell you today, the storm is not coming by chance. The 16th of September carries a dangerous visitation, but also a holy opportunity. Something seeks entry, something that wants to dwell inside you. And if you are unprepared, it will use you for destruction. But if you are anchored in the Spirit, heaven will use this moment to elevate you beyond what you imagined. You were never meant to blend in. From the moment you entered this world, the hand of God marked you different. The struggles you have endured, the betrayals you have survived, the silent tears you have wept, they all testify that you carry more weight than most. You have been misunderstood, rejected, and even mocked. But what they did not know is that rejection was protection. Heaven has been shaping you in secret for this very hour. Beloved, chosen one. The enemy is plotting. Whispers are being released into the atmosphere. Lies dressed as truth. Shadows disguised as light. What will come on the 16th of September is not simply physical, but spiritual. It is an invasion strategy. Darkness searching for vessels. Yet here you stand, a vessel marked by fire. You are not empty. You are filled with destiny. You are chosen to be used, not by the schemes of darkness, but by the power of the living God. Think of it this way. When armies march into battle, they do not fight for common ground. They fight for strategic territory. You, chosen one, are the territory. Your mind, your spirit, your very heart are the battleground. That is why your nights have been restless, why your heart feels heavy, why the battles in your life seem so unrelenting. The fight is not about where you are now, but about where you are going. The 16th of September is an appointed checkpoint. Heaven will see if you stand or fall. As Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 13, "But the one who stands firm to the end will be saved." I need you to understand, this message is not to entertain you. This is not a video you watch and forget. This is a divine summons. Do not treat it lightly. Heaven has written your name in the scrolls of purpose. And if you will align your heart today, you will not only survive the 16th of September, you will rise into a mantle of unstoppable glory. Chosen one. Hear me. Do not keep this to yourself. There are others marked like you who must awaken before the day arrives. Share this word. Let it reach the remnant, and call them into readiness. If your spirit confirms this message, pause right now, like this, share this, and subscribe so that you remain connected to the flow of prophetic fire. You cannot walk into the 16th of September unprepared, and you cannot walk alone. At this very moment, declare your agreement in the comments. Type the number 777 as a prophetic act, a sign that you align with heaven's call and choose the seal of God over the invasion of darkness. Chosen one, do you feel the stirring in your spirit? The days grow heavier as the shadow seeks to draw near. The 16th of September is not a day of silence. It is a day where the unseen will press against the walls of your soul. The shadow moves stealthily, searching for a doorway. Yet within you, there burns a flame that darkness cannot comprehend. A holy fire that has been preserved through every storm of your life. This fire is not of your own making. It was planted in you by heaven itself, long before you knew how to guard it. Every trial, every tear, every lonely night was not wasted. It was the breath of God fueling that inner flame. The enemy sees it, and that is why the attack is so fierce. You do not attract warfare because you are weak. You attract it because you are dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. Septembre 6 Gary, a dangereuse possibility. But danger is not always destruction. Sometimes danger is the moment heaven tests the strength of your flame. You will feel the pressure. You may even feel the shadow pressing at your mind, whispering doubts, magnifying fears, and stirring confusion. But inside you, there is a fire that will not be extinguished. Chosen one, understand this clearly. The shadow does not enter without permission. It must find cracks in the walls of your heart. Fear, bitterness, unforgiveness, despair. These are the cracks it searches for. But you are not defenseless. You carry the authority to guard the gates. When you choose faith over fear, forgiveness over resentment, and hope over despair, you seal the doors against the invader. Remember the pattern of your life. How many times did darkness try to consume you? How many times did you think you would not rise again? Yet here you are, breathing, still burning, still chosen. Every attempt that failed is proof that your flame cannot be snuffed out by ordinary shadows. What approaches on the 1st of September, the 6th of May, look fierce. But it is no greater than what you have already overcome. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Isaiah. Chapter 54, verse 17. No weapon forged against you will prevail. You will refute every accusing tongue. This is not just a verse to read, it is a shield for your spirit. When the shadow presses in, remember this: no matter how sharp the weapon looks, it is destined to fail against you. The flame inside of you terrifies the darkness. Your very presence disturbs the plans of the enemy. That is why isolation has been heavy, why you have felt misunderstood and misplaced. You were never meant to blend in with the crowd. You were meant to shine as a disruption in the dark. The 16th of September will reveal this truth more than ever before. Chosen one. The flame within you is both protection and calling. Protection, because it blocks what seeks to consume you. Calling, because it demands that you step forward into the role heaven prepared for you. You are not called to hide. You are called to burn. The shadow knows this, and that is why it tries to smother you with fear before the date arrives. But the fire cannot be quenched. As the day approaches, do not look with dread, but with preparation. Fan the flame. Speak life over your soul. Guard your thoughts. Stay anchored in the Spirit. The 16th of September will not destroy you. It will expose you as a carrier of fire. Chosen one, hear me. The enemy never announces his entrance with a trumpet. He comes as a whisper, subtle, persistent, dripping words of poison into your spirit. Before the 16th of September arrives, you will notice an increase in these whispers. They will question your worth, twist your memories, and magnify your insecurities. They will try to make you believe that your past defines you and that your future is hopeless. But listen carefully. The voice you entertain will be the power you allow to grow. Whispers are not harmless, they are seeds. If you let the enemy's words root in your spirit, they will grow into chains. That is why you must recognize the voice quickly. Not every thought in your mind is your own. Not every desire that stirs inside you is holy. Some are planted by darkness, hoping you will water them with your agreement. The enemy will say, "You are forgotten." Heaven replies, "You are engraved on the palms of his hands." All the enemy will say, "You are weak." Heaven declares, "When you are weak, then you are strong." And the enemy will say, "You cannot survive what's coming." Heaven answers, "You are more than a conqueror." And the battle of the 16th of September will be waged in the realm of whispers, but you have already been given the weapon of truth. Chosen one. You must learn to silence the lies the moment they arrive. Speak out loud. Declare the promises of God. Remind your soul of what is written. For when light is spoken, darkness cannot remain. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms, chapter 23, verse 4. "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff. They comfort me." The whispers of death and fear cannot silence the comfort of God's presence. Chosen one. You have survived too much to bow to a lie. Every time you overcame depression, every time you refused to give in to despair, every time you rose from betrayal, it was proof that you are a warrior. The whispers may grow louder as the 16th of September draws near. But remember, they grow louder because the enemy is desperate. Desperate enemies make noise when they know their time is short. This is why you must not only resist the lies, but also replace them. Speak life. Remind yourself who you are. Declare boldly, "I am chosen. I am covered. I am sealed." When you declare truth, you build walls around your soul that whispers cannot penetrate. Now, chosen one, here is your act of faith. Write these words in the comments, "I hear you." Just 3 words. But they are a powerful declaration. When you type this, you are not just engaging with a message, you are agreeing with heaven. You are saying, "Lord, I recognize your voice above the lies. I will not let whispers lead me astray." This public declaration silences shame, because shame thrives in secrecy. By writing it out, you expose the darkness and align yourself openly with the light. The 16th of September is coming, but you are not powerless. You are chosen. You are equipped. You are a warrior who can discern the whispers of the enemy and crush them under the weight of God's promises. Keep your spirit sharp, your flame alive, and your ears tuned to the true voice of heaven. Chosen one. Let this truth settle in your heart. You are not wandering without protection. You carry a seal, an invisible mark etched upon your spirit that cannot be erased. From the day you were called, heaven placed its claim upon you. This seal is not a symbol of weakness. It is the sign of ownership. You belong to God, and no force of darkness can trespass without crossing that holy boundary. The adversary may attempt to invade, but he cannot bypass what heaven has sealed. He may try to deceive you into thinking you are vulnerable, but deception is his only weapon. If he convinces you to forget your seal, he gains access. If you remember who you are, his plans collapse into nothing. You may ask, "What is this seal? And how do I know it is upon me?" The seal is the Spirit of the living God, resting within you, testifying to your identity as a child of heaven. It is why you cannot enjoy sin the way others do. It is why your conscience is stirred when you drift from the path. It is why you feel the weight of conviction pressing on you stronger than those around you. You are sealed. You are set apart. The enemy hates this seal because it marks you as untouchable. This does not mean you will never be attacked. It means attacks cannot prevail. Storms will rage, but they will not drown you. Fire will burn, but it will not consume you. Shadows will press, but they cannot penetrate the holy fire within. Heaven speaks clearly through the words in Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. "For you are a people holy to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you out of all the peoples on the face of the earth to be his people, his treasured possession." This ancient declaration is still alive, still pulsing with authority, still resting on you. Do not underestimate what it means to be treasured. Treasured things are guarded with great care. Treasured things are not thrown aside, nor are they left unprotected. Chosen one. The seal of God upon your life is proof that heaven considers you precious. You may feel overlooked by people, forgotten by friends, or abandoned by family. But heaven has never overlooked you. You are carried in the hands of the eternal. The 1st of September, the 6th of May, bring a wave of darkness, but it will break against the seal you carry. Think of a storm crashing against the walls of a fortress. The noise may shake you, but the foundation will not fall. That foundation is Christ, and the seal is his Spirit within you. Chosen one. Remember this, the seal is not only protection, it is authority. Wherever you walk, you carry the presence of the one who marked you. Demons recognize it. Darkness trembles because of it. That is why some people treat you with hostility without reason. They sense the seal. That is why environments shift. When you enter a room, your very presence announces that you do not belong to darkness, but to light. As the 16th of September approaches, the adversary will test your awareness of the seal. He will try to convince you that you are weak, forgotten, unworthy. But the truth remains. The seal of God upon you cannot be undone. Your task is not to earn it, but to walk in it. Stand boldly. Chosen one. Hold your head high. You are marked. You are sealed. And you are unstoppable. Chosen one. Do not be surprised when the weapons rise against you. They were promised long ago. You may feel the weight of battles pressing in from every side, conflicts in your mind, resistance in your spirit, attacks in relationships, even unexpected storms that shake your stability. This is no accident. It is the gathering of forces, preparing to strike as the 16th of September draws near. But you must hold this truth close. Weapons may form, but they will not prosper. Opposition may rise, but it will not prevail. You are not abandoned on the battlefield. You are armed with heaven's covering. Every fiery dart aimed at you has already been accounted for, and none will succeed in destroying you. You may wonder, why me? Why do these attacks never seem to relent? Chosen one. Attacks are not a sign of weakness. They are evidence of your value. No one breaks into an empty house. Thieves only target places with treasure. You are carrying something so precious, so powerful, that the enemy cannot ignore you. That is why he tries to wear you down, to make you question your worth, to convince you that surrender is easier. But surrender is not in your design. You were built to endure. The ancient words recorded in Romans chapter 8, verse 31 declare, "If God is for us, who can be against us?" These words thunder across time to remind you that heaven's favor outweighs every weapon of hell. You may be surrounded, but you are never outnumbered. You may feel pressed, but you are never crushed. Chosen one. Reflect for a moment on your past. How many times did it look like you would not survive? How many nights did you wonder if the pain would ever lift? Yet every time, the hand of God brought you through. Every time, His presence carried you further than you thought possible. What threatens you now is no greater than what He has already defeated in your life. The 16th of September is not the beginning of your end. It is another opportunity for heaven to display its power through you. The weapons will form, yes, but their failure will testify to your unshakable destiny. And when you emerge, those watching will know that your strength did not come from yourself, but from the one who sealed you. Now, chosen one, I must speak to your heart in sincerity. Messages like this are not meant to be consumed in silence and forgotten. They are meant to awaken, to prepare, and to spread like fire among those who are still asleep. If this word has stirred something inside you, if you know deep down it was written for you, then let your actions match your faith. Take a moment to like this, to share it with someone who may not yet realize they are chosen, and to subscribe so that you remain connected as the days draw near. This is not about numbers. It is about alignment. When you stay connected, you remain in the flow of revelation, and you ensure that you are not walking into the 16th of September unprepared. Your obedience in this small act is not for me, it is for you, for those around you, and for the remnant who need this reminder. One flame can ignite another, and together a fire is born that no darkness can extinguish. So stand firm. Chosen one, the weapons may rise, but they will not prosper. The shadow may gather, but it will scatter at the presence of your flame. Heaven is with you, and you are unstoppable. Chosen one, I must speak to you with urgency. Time is moving swiftly toward the appointed day. The 16th of September is not far. It is drawing closer with every breath you take. And while many are sleeping, while many are distracted, you have been awakened for a reason. This is not the hour to delay. This is not the hour to procrastinate. What you do now matters, because hesitation can cost you dearly. The Spirit is whispering, do not wait. Delay is a subtle weapon of the enemy. He convinces souls that there will always be more time, another chance, another season, another day. But the 16th of September will not wait for your readiness. It will arrive, whether you are prepared or not. Heaven is urging you to act, to align, to strip away everything that dulls your fire. Beloved chosen one, this is the hour of decision. Choices that may seem small, what you speak, what you entertain, what you allow into your heart, these are the gateways the shadow is seeking. Do not think the invasion will come with horns and sirens. It will come quietly, slipping into the cracks of hesitation, procrastination, and compromise. That is why heaven presses you now. Wake up before it is too late. The prophet Elijah spoke, as recorded in the first book of Kings, chapter 18, verse 21. How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, follow him. This same question echoes into your life today. How long will you hesitate? How long will you dance between light and shadow? The time for wavering has ended. The choice must be made. Chosen one. Understand this. Mercy is a gift. But mercy is not endless. There comes a time when the door of delay closes. Many assume they can postpone obedience. But heaven is not mocked. What is sown must eventually be reaped. If you sow hesitation, you will reap missed moments. If you sow obedience, you will reap divine protection and breakthrough. The urgency you feel right now is not fear, it is heaven knocking. Do not silence it. Do not dismiss it as coincidence. This is divine intervention. A hand reaching into your life to pull you into alignment before the 16th of September arrives. I want you to pause and feel the weight of this. If you ignore this call, the enemy gains ground. But if you respond now, you slam the door in his face. This is why you are chosen, not just to survive, but to stand as a living testimony that obedience brings victory. Now, chosen one, here is your prophetic act. Write the number 999 inches, the comments, not as a casual gesture, but as a seal of your decision. By writing 999, you are declaring, I close the door to delay. I choose obedience now. I will not waver. This is more than digits, it is an alignment. It is your voice in agreement with heaven. Do not underestimate what happens when you take this step. When you type it, you are not only confessing with your fingers, you are confirming it with your spirit. Heaven sees it. Darkness trembles at it, and it marks you as one who has chosen the narrow way. The 16th of September is coming. Chosen one. Do not wait. Do not waver. Align now, and let your obedience prepare the way for your victory. Chosen one. I know the thought of something dangerous entering on the 16th of September stirs unease within your spirit. Fear tries to whisper that you will not withstand it. Yet, heaven has not called you to live in fear. Fear is the air of the enemy. But you breathe a different atmosphere. What is approaching may terrify many. But you are not like the rest. You walk clothed in courage, armored in love, shielded by divine strength. Fear is not simply an emotion, it is a strategy. It paralyzes. It convinces warriors to lay down their swords before the battle even begins. That is why the adversary surrounds your mind with dread. If he can capture your courage, he does not even need to step inside. You will hand him the keys willingly. But this will not be your story. Remember, chosen one. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act despite it. When your heart trembles yet you press forward, you release the fragrance of faith that makes the unseen realm shake. The adversary expects you to run, but when you stand your ground, he is the one who flees. It was proclaimed in the second letter to Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7, For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. This is your inheritance. Fear is foreign to your design. Power belongs to you. Love flows through you. Clarity of mind anchors you. Chosen one, you may feel small at times, but heaven does not measure you by size or strength. Heaven measures you by the Spirit within you. David was a boy when he faced a giant, yet his courage made him greater than seasoned warriors. Gideon felt unworthy, yet heaven called him a mighty man of valor. You, too, may feel unprepared, but heaven sees a warrior. The 16th of September is not arriving to expose your weakness. It is arriving to reveal your hidden strength. Do not confuse the trembling in your body with weakness of spirit. Many times, your body shakes, but your soul stands unshakable. The shadow wants you to interpret nervousness as failure, but heaven sees your trembling as proof that you are human yet still chosen. Even Jesus sweat drops of blood in the garden, yet he pressed forward into his destiny. Courage is forged in the furnace of fear. Chosen one, this is why you must cling to love. Fear cannot remain where love reigns. Perfect love drives out fear, silencing its lies and dismantling its hold. Every time you remind yourself that you are loved, you rob fear of its voice. Every time you choose to love in return, even when wounded, you set fire to the enemy's strategies. And what of your mind? It is the battlefield where fear tries to reign. But heaven has gifted you a sound mind, clear, sharp, anchored. The shadow may try to fog your thoughts, but clarity is your portion. You do not need to spiral into confusion. You can rest in the stillness of divine wisdom. The 16th of September will not be easy, but you are not entering it as a victim. You are entering it clothed in power, wrapped in love, anchored in clarity. Fear has no seat in your destiny. You may feel its breath, but it cannot chain your spirit. Stand tall, chosen one. When others tremble, you will stand. When others flee, you will advance. What enters the world may be dangerous, but you are already equipped to withstand it. Chosen one, the nights have not been ordinary for you. Dreams have been stirring, visions flickering like brief flashes of lightning across your spirit. At first, you may have dismissed them as imagination, but heaven does not waste images. The closer the 16th of September approaches, the more vivid these glimpses will become. They are not random. They are warnings and revelations, painting the strategies of the enemy so you will not walk blind into the day. Some of your nights have been restless because your spirit is awake while your body sleeps. Heaven is depositing messages in you while the world slumbers. What you see may disturb you, shadows moving, doors opening, unfamiliar figures appearing, but do not let fear consume you. These visions are not given to torment you, they are given to equip you. The enemy always plots in darkness, but heaven loves to expose his plans to those who are chosen. There is a reason dreams are often overlooked. The adversary knows their power. He tries to cloud your memory, to make you forget what you saw, to distract you the moment you wake. But chosen one, do not take these signs lightly. Write them down, guard them, pray over them. They are glimpses into what is preparing to unfold. The Word of God declares in the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 28, "And afterward, I will pour out my Spirit on all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your old men will dream dreams. Your young men will see visions." This promise is not distant, it is unfolding now. Your dreams are part of the outpouring. Your visions are not accidents, they are fulfillment. Think of Joseph, who dreamed of sheaves bowing before him and stars aligning in the heavens. At the time, his family mocked him, but his dreams carried his destiny. Or Daniel, whose visions unveiled kingdoms and wars long before they came to pass. You, chosen one, walk in that same lineage of dreamers. Your dreams are not small, they carry weight in the unseen realm. Perhaps you have dreamed of doors opening and closing. This is heaven showing you choices and paths. Perhaps you have seen storms rising or floods sweeping through. This is heaven, revealing the force of what is approaching. Perhaps you have seen yourself standing with light in your hands. This is heaven, reminding you that you are a bearer of fire. Visions in the night prepare you for the test of the day. What you see is not meant to crush you with fear, but to awaken you to vigilance. The adversary hides in shadows, but heaven shines light through your dreams so that you will not stumble. Do not despise these experiences. Do not dismiss them as coincidence. When you wake, carry them into prayer. When you feel unsure, ask for wisdom. The Spirit within you will give discernment, separating truth from confusion. And even if you do not fully understand the meaning now, trust that clarity will come in its appointed time. The 16th of September is not arriving without warning. Heaven has already begun, sending signals in your sleep. Pay attention. Chosen one, the visions are not for nothing. They are preparation, revelation, and confirmation that you are part of a divine plan. What you see in the night is proof that you are chosen to see beyond the surface, chosen to hear the whispers of heaven, chosen to walk awake while others sleep. Do not fear the visions. Embrace them. They are your training ground for the day that is about to dawn. Chosen one, the whispers of the enemy are persistent, but you are not without power. The adversary will try to enter through persuasion, weaving words that sound close to truth but carry the poison of deception. His strategy is ancient. He has always sought to twist, to distort, to convince souls that compromise is harmless. But you must stand in the authority already given to you. Refusal is not weakness. It is the weapon that breaks chains before they ever settle on your spirit. The adversary cannot force his way into you. He needs your agreement. He waits for your yes, even if spoken in silence. That is why your ability to say no is one of the most powerful acts of spiritual warfare. Every time you refuse to bow to temptation, every time you silence a lie instead of entertaining it, every time you reject the bait of bitterness, you are exercising dominion. The gates of your spirit belong to you, and you decide what enters. We find in the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 13, I can do all things through Christ, who gives me strength. This is not just a promise of success in great tasks, it is strength for resistance. It is endurance in battle. It is the Spirit rising in you to stand unshaken when everything around you tries to break you. Think of how many times you have already said no. The invitations that looked attractive but carried hidden destruction, the compromises that others easily chose, but your spirit would not allow, the habits you walked away from, even when they screamed comfort. Chosen one. Every refusal was not a loss, it was a victory. Every no was a declaration that you will not be used by darkness. The 16th of September will intensify the pressure, but it will also magnify the reward of refusal. When you resist what seeks to enter you, heaven marks it down. Your no is not wasted, it echoes in eternity. Every decision is shaping your crown. strengthening your spirit, and preparing you for the mantle that awaits you. Do not let the enemy trick you into thinking resistance is too hard. Yes, the temptation may sting. Yes, the lies may sound convincing. Yes, the path of compromise may look easier. But you were never called to the easy path. You were called to the narrow way, the holy way, the way of those who refuse to be slaves to shadows. Chosen one. Hear me. Your refusal today is the reason you will shine tomorrow. Every time you resist, you declare, I belong to God. Every time you turn away, you affirm, I will not be a vessel of darkness. Every time you say no, heaven says yes to your destiny. This is why I ask you now to make a declaration not just with your heart but with your voice. Type these words in the comments. I choose light. 3 words. Short and simple, yet more powerful than you realize. When you write this, you are aligning yourself openly with heaven's army. You are rejecting secrecy, refusing compromiser, and declaring before the world that you are a carrier of light. Do not underestimate this act. Typing those 3 words is not about filling a space beneath a message. It is about filling the atmosphere with truth. It is about silencing the whispers of the enemy who thrives in shadows. It is about stamping your soul with an unshakable declaration: you will not bow. The 16th of September will test you. Chosen one. But you are already equipped. Your no is your weapon. Your refusal is your shield. And your choice today is proof that you are not just surviving the battle, you are conquering it. Chosen one. There is something the enemy desires above all else. He is not satisfied with troubling your mind or stirring your emotions. His true aim is your inheritance, your destiny, your crown. What is coming on the 16th of September is not random, it is targeted. It is a direct assault on the glory resting upon your life. Your crown is not made of gold or jewels. It is the authority, calling, and destiny heaven placed upon you before you were even formed. It is your identity as a royal priesthood, your role as one who carries light into the darkest corners. This is why the adversary fights so violently against you. He cannot bear to see you rise into what you were created to become. When you feel resistance pressing on your path, understand this. It is not about where you are standing now, it is about where you are heading. The adversary sees glimpses of your future, and he knows that if you step fully into your purpose, his grip over others will weaken. That is why he is desperate to distract, derail, and deceive you. But the very fact that he is fighting so hard is confirmation that your crown is real. As the prophet wrote in the scroll of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3, for the revelation awaits, an appointed time. It speaks of the end, will not prove false. Though it lingers, wait, it will surely come. Your crown, your destiny, your fulfillment, it is waiting for you. It will not be stolen as long as you remain steadfast. Think of the battles you have endured. Every betrayal was an attempt to shake your confidence. Every disappointment was an effort to make you lay your crown down in despair. Every attack on your mind was a strategy to convince you that you were unworthy. But still, you are here, still chosen, still marked, still walking toward the fulfillment of the promise. Chosen one. This is why you must guard your crown. Do not let temporary trials convince you to abandon eternal treasures. Do not let fatigue cause you to surrender what heaven has reserved for you. Your crown is not just for you, it is for those who will be touched by your obedience, for the generations that will be shifted because you endured, for the souls who will see light because you chose not to give up. The 16th of September is a test, but it is also an unveiling. Heaven is about to reveal who truly carries their crown with faithfulness. Do not let fear rob you. Do not let compromise disqualify you. You were made to shine, to rule, to carry authority in the unseen realm. And now, beloved chosen one, I ask you to walk in alignment with this word. If you know deep in your spirit that this message is confirming what you have felt for weeks, then let your actions reflect it. Like this. Share it with another who needs to be reminded of their crown, and subscribe so that you remain connected to the flow of prophetic truth. These acts are not empty gestures. They are your way of saying, I will not walk this path alone. I will guard my crown and help others guard theirs. N. Your inheritance is real. Your crown is waiting. And no matter what rises on the 16th of September, you will stand unshaken, because heaven has already secured your victory. Chosen one. The battle coming against you is not new, it is ancient. What seeks entry on the 16th of September is not just a random spirit of the age, but the echo of curses spoken long before you were born. Generational chains. Cycles that have repeated through bloodlines. Patterns of destruction passed from one life to another. These are what the adversary desires to anchor into your spirit. But you are chosen for a greater purpose, to break what others could not. Look back over your family line, and you will see the evidence. Perhaps it has been cycles of poverty, of broken relationships, of addiction, of shame, of fear that stalks every generation. Perhaps it has been patterns of loss, of premature death, of endless striving with no breakthrough. These things are not coincidence. They are chains, chains the enemy has tried to keep wrapped around your lineage. But hear me, the cycle ends with you. The curse breaks with you. You are not just surviving for yourself. You are standing as the warrior who brings release for generations yet unborn. The fight you feel so heavy is not because you are weak. It is because you are the one chosen to carry the authority of ending what has tormented your bloodline. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Jeremiah. Chapter 31, verse 29. In those days they shall say no more, the fathers have eaten sour grapes, and the children's teeth are set on edge. What this means is clear. The old excuse of generational bondage will no longer define you. The pain of the past will not determine the future of those who come after you. Chosen one. Think of it. Your endurance today is not only securing your destiny, but rewriting the history of your family. Where others bowed, you will stand. Where others fell into despair, you will rise in hope. Where others carried shame, you will walk in glory. This is why the adversary fights you so violently. He knows that if you break free, the entire chain collapses. Do not despise the weight of your battle. It is heavy because it is holy. It is exhausting because it carries eternal consequence. But heaven has equipped you with weapons that the enemy cannot withstand. You break curses not by your own strength, but by the blood of Christ, which speaks a better word over you than every accusation. Think of the patterns you have already broken. Did you not rise higher than those before you? Even when circumstances tried to hold you down, did you not resist temptations that swallowed others? Did you not push forward? Even when everything told you to quit. These victories are proof The curse has already begun to crumble. The 1st of September, the 6th of May, attempt to reignite old battles. But you must recognize them for what they are: last attempts of a desperate enemy. The shadows will try to make you feel as though nothing has changed. But the truth is that everything has. You are not bound. You are not chained. You are chosen, anointed, and sealed. Chosen one. When you walk into this day, remember that you are carrying more than yourself. You carry the prayers of those who came before, the hopes of those who could not overcome, and the destiny of those yet to come. The breaking rests on your shoulders, but so does the glory. Do not fear the chains. They rattle because they are breaking. The generational curse ends here. With you, forever. Chosen one. The fire is coming. The 16th of September will not arrive gently, it will arrive as a test. A furnace designed to reveal what is truly inside you. The shadow will not merely knock at the door, it will press. It will push. It will attempt to provoke. But this test is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to purify you. Fire always reveals the difference between what is temporary and what is eternal. You may feel the heat already, pressures mounting, emotions rising, circumstances spinning out of control. Do not misinterpret this. The fire you feel now is preparation. It is stripping away what cannot survive in the holy flame. It is removing the excess, the distractions, the attachments that would weigh you down on the appointed day. Think of gold before it shines. It is covered in impurities. The fire does not destroy the gold, it destroys the dross. In the same way, what you are walking through now is not to consume you, but to refine you. On the 16th of September, the world will see not your weakness, but your radiance. The voice of God thundered in the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, verse 9. This third I will put into the fire. I will refine them like silver and test them like gold. They will call on my name, and I will answer them. I will say, they are my people. And they will say, the Lord is our God. This is not just an ancient word, it is the living promise of what heaven is doing in you now. Do not despise the fire. Do not fear the testing. Every trial you face is proof that you are worthy of refinement. Every moment of heat is an announcement that you are not ordinary metal, you are treasure. Ordinary stone does not go through the fire. Only gold and silver do. You are chosen because you carry worth too great to be wasted. Remember the stories of old. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were thrown into the furnace, but they were not consumed. Instead, a fourth man appeared with them, and the flames that should have killed them only burned away the ropes that bound them. Chosen one. The same will happen for you. The fire will not destroy you. It will set you free. This is why the coming test is holy. It will silence the lies of the enemy, because no matter how fiercely he presses, you will remain standing. It will silence your own doubts, because you will see with your own eyes that the spirit within you is stronger than the fire around you. Now, chosen one, here is how you align with this message. Take this moment and write the number 444 inches the comments. This is not just a number, it is a prophetic act. It is a declaration that you are willing to walk through the fire, to be refined, to let heaven purify what is inside you. By writing 444, you are saying, I embrace the refining, I trust the fire, I will not be consumed. but I will shine. Do not dismiss this act as small. It seals your agreement with heaven. It marks you as one who does not run from testing, but welcomes it. Because you know the outcome is glory. The 16th of September will not break you. Chosen one, it will reveal you. You will walk out of the fire stronger, brighter, and freer than ever before. Chosen one, when the fire has finished its work, you will not emerge the same. What presses against you on the 16th of September is not only a test, it is the threshold of transformation. On the other side of this furnace, you will not simply be a survivor, you will rise as a warrior. The mantle of heaven will rest heavier on your shoulders, and the authority you carry will shake atmospheres. You may not feel like a warrior now. Perhaps you feel weary, battered, or uncertain. But warriors are not born in comfort. They are forged in struggle. Every hardship you have endured has been a training ground. Every rejection has been a sharpening stone. Every tear shed in silence has been part of your preparation. Heaven has been equipping you quietly, building strength where the world only saw weakness. Think of Gideon, who called himself the least in his family, yet heaven called him mighty warrior. Think of Esther, an orphan girl raised in obscurity, who stepped into a royal mantle to save a nation. Think of David, dismissed by his own family, yet anointed to be king. You, chosen one, walk in the same pattern. What disqualified you in the eyes of others is what qualifies you in the eyes of heaven. The ancient words recorded in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11 remind us, "Put on the full armor of God, so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes." This is not symbolic language. It is instruction. A warrior does not enter battle without armor, and you are being clothed even now with what you will need to endure. The armor is not seen with human eyes, but it is felt in your spirit. Truth as your belt, righteousness as your breastplate, peace as your shoes, faith as your shield, salvation as your helmet, and the word of God as your sword. These are not just ideas, they are weapons, and they are yours. Chosen one. You must understand, warriors are not chosen because they are fearless. They are chosen because they are faithful. Courage does not mean you never tremble. It means you keep standing even when you do. And every time you refuse to give up, every time you press forward, every time you lift your head after being knocked down, you are proving yourself a warrior. The 16th of September will reveal this mantle over you. It will not look glamorous. It will not feel easy. But in that moment, heaven will show you who you truly are. You will see that the strength inside you is not your own, but is drawn from the Eternal One. You will feel your voice carry new authority. Your prayers release new power, and your presence disrupt the shadows around you. Do not despise this mantle. With it comes responsibility. A warrior fights not only for themselves, but for others. You are chosen to intercede, to stand in the gap, to fight battles unseen so that others may walk free. You carry the weight of more than your own destiny. You carry the destiny of those connected to you, those heaven has assigned to your influence. Chosen one. Step boldly into this mantle. Do not shrink back. Do not let fear convince you that you are unworthy. The mantle rests upon you because heaven has declared it so. And when the 16th of September passes, you will know that you have not only survived the fire, you have been crowned as a warrior of unshakable light. Chosen one. What the enemy designs for destruction, heaven transforms into destiny. The 16th of September is painted by the adversary as a moment of invasion, a time when shadows attempt to break you. Yet what he does not see is that the very thing he intends to destroy you will become the fuel for your rising. The dangerous exchange is already in motion. All throughout history, heaven has reversed the plans of darkness. Joseph's betrayal was supposed to bury him, yet it positioned him to save nations. Esther's threat of annihilation turned into a day of deliverance. The cross itself, intended to end the life of Jesus, became the eternal victory of salvation. The enemy always overplays his hand, never realizing that every weapon he forms is repurposed by heaven. Chosen one. The same is true for you. The whispers, the shadows, the chains that try to enter on the 16th of September, they will not leave you weaker. They will become testimony. They will become strength. They will become the very evidence that heaven's hand rests on your life. According to what is revealed in the book of Genesis, chapter 50, verse 20, you intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. These ancient words are alive within your story. The enemy's intent is destruction, but heaven's design is transformation. Do not fear the exchange, because it is not loss. It is trading the temporary for the eternal, the fragile for the unshakable, the fear for faith. The shadow may press in to weaken you, but heaven will use the pressure to awaken the warrior already inside you. The fire that tries to consume you will instead burn away every chain still clinging to your life. Chosen one. Reflect on your past for a moment. Have you not seen this before? Times when what felt like your breaking point became your breakthrough. Times when what others thought would ruin you became the moment you discovered your strength. Times when rejection became redirection and loss became the seed of greater gain. This is the pattern of heaven, to turn ashes into beauty, mourning into joy, despair into praise. The dangerous exchange of the 16th of September will be no different. Yes, the invasion will be real. Yes, the shadow will press. But when the day passes, you will not walk away. Defeated, you will walk away refined. And the very thing that sought to destroy you will become the story that fuels others to rise. This is why you must not despise your battle. The greater the pressure, the greater the exchange, the deeper the wound, the louder the testimony, the darker the night, the brighter the dawn. Heaven wastes nothing, and what you endure will become part of the weapon in your hand. The adversary wants you to fear what is entering, but heaven wants you to see the bigger picture. Nothing that comes against you can bypass the hand of God. If it is allowed for your rising. If it presses to shape you. If it burns to purify you. So, stand. Chosen one. The dangerous exchange is not your downfall, it is your awakening. What enters to break you will only reveal how unbreakable you are. And when the day has passed, you will see clearly. Every shadow only served to prove the brilliance of your light. Chosen one. There is a remnant rising. The days are heavy, and the 16th of September will press hard against the world. But you will not stand alone. Heaven has not chosen just one or two. It has gathered a multitude, scattered across nations, marked by the same flame. You are part of a divine army. A generation of torchbearers destined to carry light where shadows thought they had won. This remnant is not large in number, but it is mighty in spirit. Do not be fooled by appearances. The chosen rarely look impressive to the world. They may be quiet, hidden, misunderstood, and overlooked. But when they unite, the atmosphere shifts. One torch burns bright, but many torches together ignite a blaze that darkness cannot resist. You, chosen one, are one of these carriers, and the moment the 16th of September strikes, the flame in you will resonate with the flame in others. The Word of God declares in the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 1, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." This is not a poetic phrase, it is a command. The time for hiding is over. The moment for silence has ended. This is the hour when the torchbearers must arise. But remember, the remnant does not rise for themselves. Torchbearers carry light, not to boast of their glow, but to guide others through the dark. Your life, your testimony, your endurance. These are lamps for those who cannot yet see. You may feel that your flame is small, but to someone lost in shadow, even the smallest spark can mean hope. The 16th of September will test the torches, but it will also expose them. Many who pretended will flicker out, but the true chosen will shine brighter under pressure. You will see it. You will feel it. The remnant will find one another, drawn not by human effort, but by divine alignment. Chosen one. This is why you cannot isolate yourself. You may have felt alone, but you are not abandoned. Others like you exist, others who carry scars, others who survived the furnace, others who refuse to bow. Heaven is weaving you together into a living army, a community that stretches across borders and languages, yet moves with one spirit. And now, I must speak from the depths of sincerity. This word is not meant to sit silent in your heart. If it burns within you, let it also move through you. Take a moment like this, share it, and subscribe so that you remain in the flow of what heaven is speaking. This is not about vanity, it is about connection. Each act of engagement strengthens the chain of light that binds the remnant together. And as you read, declare openly with your actions. Do not stay hidden. Step into alignment with those who are carrying the same fire. Comment beneath this message as a sign that you are part of the torchbearers. Let your words be your banner. When you write, you are not just interacting with a post. You are proclaiming before heaven and earth that you stand as part of the rising remnant. Darkness fears unity. It can handle one flame, but it trembles when flames gather into a blaze. That is why this moment matters so deeply. Your voice, your light, your declaration, it contributes to something larger than you can imagine. So, chosen one, rise. Arise with the remnant. Carry your torch high. On the 16th of September, the world will tremble at the sight of the rising army of light. And when shadows fall, the torchbearers will march forward, unstoppable, crowned with glory. Chosen one. There is a sound building in the unseen realm. It is not the sound of chaos. Though the world trembles, it is not the noise of fear. Though shadows rage, it is the sound of release, a declaration from heaven that what tried to grip you will lose its hold. The 16th of September is not only a test of fire, it is a moment when chains will shatter, when strongholds will crumble, when the grip of the invader will be broken once and for all. This release is not quiet. It echoes across eternity. When heaven speaks, creation responds. Mountains tremble, seas part, walls collapse. And on this day, the same voice that spoke light into the void will thunder over your life. Freedom. What bound you for years will fall away in an instant. What whispered lies in the night will be silenced. What pressed against your spirit will retreat, unable to remain under the weight of divine command. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Jeremiah. Chapter 30, verse 8. In that day, declares the Lord Almighty, I will break the yoke, tear off their bonds, foreigners enslave no more. These words are not distant, they are living. They speak directly into your journey, declaring that the foreign shadow seeking to invade you will be cast down. Chosen one. Think of the yokes you have carried, the heaviness of despair, the chain of fear, the voice of unworthiness that clung to your thoughts. These were weights not meant for your shoulders, yet you carried them, because the enemy convinced you they belonged to you. But the sound of release says otherwise. Heaven is thundering that you are free, that the yoke is broken, that the burden is lifted. Release does not come without resistance. Before the chains fall, they often rattle violently. Before freedom manifests, the pressure grows stronger. This is why, in the days leading to the 16th of September, you may feel as though the fight is intensifying. Do not misinterpret it. The rattling is proof that the breaking is near. The shaking is evidence that the grip is weakening. The enemy resists hardest when he knows his time is short. Chosen one. The sound of release is also the sound of identity. For too long, you have been called by your wounds, labeled by your mistakes, defined by your failures. But the declaration of heaven renames you. You are not broken, you are whole. You are not forgotten, you are chosen. You are not bound, you are free. The sound of release is heaven speaking your true name. And when the release comes, it will not only touch you, it will ripple outward, breaking chains in your family, in your community, in those connected to your life. The sound of freedom is contagious. When one chosen rises, others find courage to rise as well. This is why your battle has been so fierce. The enemy knew your release would trigger the release of many. Do not resist the sound. Let it wash over you. Let it break what needs to break. Let it silence what needs to be silenced. Trust that heaven's voice is stronger than every whisper of darkness. Chosen one. The 16th of September is not the day of your downfall. It is the day of your deliverance. The sound of release is already in motion, traveling through time, preparing to collide with your life. When it comes, nothing will stand. No chain will remain. No shadow will linger. Only freedom. Only glory. Only light. Stand ready. The sound is near. Chosen one. When the 16th of September passes, you will not walk out as the same person who entered. The day will mark you forever. You will rise not with ashes in your hands, but with a crown upon your head. Not with chains around your spirit, but with glory resting on your shoulders. What was meant to break you will become the evidence that you are unshakable, unstoppable, unmovable. The mark you carry will not be visible to the human eye, yet it will be undeniable. Darkness will see it and retreat. People around you will sense it, even if they cannot explain it. Heaven will recognize it as the seal of one who endured the furnace and walked out refined. You will not only be chosen in name, you will be chosen in power, chosen in authority, chosen in glory. It is written in the book of Isaiah, chapter 62, verse 3. You will be a crown of splendor in the Lord's hand, a royal diadem in the hand of your God. This is your destiny. Chosen one. You are no longer merely surviving storms. You are becoming the evidence of heaven's majesty on earth. Think of the journey. You have been pressed by shadows, whispered to by lies, tested by fire, weighed down by chains, and refined in the furnace of trial. Yet none of it was wasted. Every hardship became fuel. Every tear became a seed. Every wound became an opening for greater light. The 16th of September will not erase your scars. It will sanctify them. They will become the proof of your endurance, the testimony of your survival, the story of your transformation. You will also notice this. Your perspective will shift. Where once you feared the whispers, you will laugh at their weakness. Where once you trembled at the storm, you will walk through it with calm authority. Where once you doubted your worth, you will stand tall in the knowledge that heaven treasures you beyond measure. The mark of glory is not just external, it transforms your vision, your confidence, your identity, and chosen one. Do not underestimate the influence of this transformation. Others will look at you and see hope. They will see light where once they only knew darkness. Your very presence will carry atmosphere, because glory is not silent. It speaks. It radiates. It draws others toward the source of your strength. You will become a living testimony that what was meant for harm has been turned into good. The mark of glory also carries responsibility. You cannot return to the shadows. You cannot shrink back into silence. You cannot live as though you are still bound. With the crown comes calling, with the diadem comes duty. You are chosen not only for yourself, but for others. You carry the flame so that others may see. You walk in authority so that others may be freed. The 16th of September will leave its mark, but it will not be a mark of fear. It will be the mark of glory, a sign that you stood when others fell, that you endured when others surrendered, that you were chosen and remained faithful. Walk forward, chosen one. With head lifted high, the shadow tried to enter, but glory entered instead. And from this day onward, you will never again question who you are. You are marked forever by light, crowned forever by glory, and sealed forever as God's chosen one. Chosen one. The journey of these words has carried you from warning to revelation, from trembling shadows to blazing fire, from testing to triumph. You have walked through the prophecy of the 16th of September and seen that what the enemy planned for harm, heaven is turning for glory. You now know the truth. You are not fragile, not forgotten, not forsaken. You are chosen, sealed, refined, and crowned. The fire has not consumed you. It has revealed you. The chains have not held you. They have broken beneath your feet. The whispers of darkness have not silenced you. Your voice has risen with greater clarity. And as the day approaches, you are not stepping into fear. You are stepping into destiny. But this word is not meant to stay with you alone. There are others still wandering in shadows, still weighed down, still unsure of their calling. They need to hear what you have now received. They need to be reminded that they 2. Are chosen. And this is where your obedience matters. Take a moment, from the sincerity of your heart, to like this, to share it, and to subscribe so that you remain aligned with every message heaven releases in this season. These acts are not small, they are torches passed from hand to hand, carrying light into places you may never reach on your own. And before you leave, declare your place in this movement by writing in the comments. Your words may seem simple, but they will echo with power. They will stand as testimony that you did not just hear this message, you embraced it. Chosen one. Arise. Share the light. Spread the fire. Let the world see what heaven already knows. You are marked. You are crowned. And your best days are yet to come.